So we just got ARK's new community crunch, and it's been a very, very exciting one. But finally Dolly, who is one of ARK's devs, goes into some detail responding to someone questioning Studio Wildcard's decisions on some changes and everything like that, and we're going to read through it today. So as always, if you guys do enjoy, drop a like, subscribe. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend, and let's get straight in with the news. So, a lot of people ask questions, when we move from ARK Survival Evolved to Ascended, there's been some changes in Ascended that some people say are worse than what it was when it was on Evolved. But anyway, this person said a little bit of anger in a message saying, so you're only TLC dinos if we pay for charity, not because we bought ASE reskinned into ASA. That wasn't enough, we now need to pay you for 2 TLC dinos, which is long overdue. Even ASE dinos, your dinos were replaced by modders, and guess what? ASA the same thing. More creatures not made by Wildcard. So Dolly goes on to say, and I think there must have been something else that was said here. Dolly goes on to say, crazy high rates and CCUs during Extra Life make the official network nearly unplayable. We wanted to avoid that while still giving something just as good. That's where the cakes come in. Honestly, more OP than Extra Life rates anyway. So, pretty much so many people are questioning why, since we had ASA, rates have just always been times2, not times3, not times4, and all the way up to like times12. And I do agree, when the rates are like ridiculous, they are like, it does make the official network. I mean, back on Evolve, that was when I would actually test the rates out when they did it, and it was very, very laggy. But I don't know, what do you guys think about it? What do you prefer? But that's just Dolly saying the reason they don't do major rates anymore on servers is it just breaks them. That's up for you guys, whether you believe that or whether you don't. I do believe it because I've experienced it myself, but I know some people still are very frustrated that it's only times2 these days. Dolly then goes on to say, okay, so breeding on crack is sorted, but Extra Life is more than rates. Extra Life is about raising money for kids at the hospital we've supported with our players for years. UF Health Shands Children's Hospital. In the past, a lot of single player / unofficial players and creator communities donated with no personal gain at all. But maybe this year the rates driven donors wouldn't show up as they have in the past, and this year we aren't streaming, so we knew engagement would look different. So we brainstormed an incentive that benefits everyone, official, unofficial, single player, and improves the game itself. The truth is, we've wanted to revamp some of the OG creatures for a while, and we wouldn't have had the bandwidth for a TLC pass on some of these guys anytime soon. Maybe ever without this. We all eat cake, the game is improved, and players get a say, and the kids' hospital gets more money. The way I see it, everyone wins, and your take is in bad faith. So I personally agree, this is fine. What should your wildcard? My personal opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing. It's obvious that if they hadn't done this Dino TLC pass, which by the way, the link to the LoadedCrysis Extra Life page is live now if you want to go and donate, as it all goes towards the TLC passes. But if Wildcard hadn't have done something like this, they generally probably would not have raised much money whatsoever. Compared to the last years of doing a 24-hour stream, and raising all of that money, and clearly now, if they hadn't have done something, and I get it, paying for a TLC pass when in the past we used to get 4 each time for free, but at the same time, we're raising money for a great cause, and, it's like, what else could Wildcard offer? I think offering TLC passes is awesome, and we might not have ever seen TLC passes ever again, so I don't have a problem with this. I think what Dolly says is fine. And this is what I like to see when Dolly appears and gets involved in the community. She doesn't have to. It's not part of her job role, but it's nice when she gets involved. So if you don't know how Extra Life actually works, all you have to do is basically click the link. I'm under Studio Wildcard's official team. You click donate, and you choose how much you want to donate, and then you go add message, and you type in I want TLC for, you must remember the hashtag. If you don't put the hashtag, your creature won't get a vote. So you say, I want TLC Megalodon, and then you gift that, which, as I said, we're going to be doing later on, our donation, and every single $1 counts towards 1 vote of your chosen creature. So let's say you choose the Megalodon and you do the $55, that's 55 votes for the Megalodon. So this is going to be really interesting to see how it... But as I said, I'll link this down below. Even if you make $1, it's 1 vote for a new creature. But you must make sure the hashtag is in front of the creature name. Otherwise, your money will go towards the charity still, but you won't get a vote in if you forget the hashtag. Must be a way that they've done the system that pulls through the data. That's most likely what Wildcard are doing. And obviously, from October 31st through to November 10th, they're going to be rolling out the community's favorite dino colors, all mixed into one. And as we mentioned, what Dolly said earlier, the cake slices that are going to basically have huge, hefty bonuses, and they're very, very OP for taming, breeding, imprinting, harvesting. So really, really exciting stuff. You know, earlier on, we did the Genesis video because we're doing creature submissions for Genesis Part 1. So you are going to see, once this opens up, I love when creature submissions come back, because when they open up, I literally get to cover some of the most awesome ones and make videos and read through them. And by the way, it's always randomly picked. I don't ever for me, it's just what I see, what's in there, what sounds cool, and I'll make a video on it. So if you've got something in the works, you know, if you say to me, Dom, can you check mine out? It's not really something that it's all at random, you know, so I don't like to make it unfair by just being like, right, I'm going to make a video for your creature, because I think that makes it unbalanced with everyone else. It's just a random pick, ones that I think sound cool, and we just cover them. But I love that part of the community creature vote. So, as mentioned earlier as well, Valguero is launching in 24 days' time. So, I really, really, really can't wait to dive in. This is the Deinonychus new in-game photo reveal, and I just think it looks absolutely awesome. So, we've got Deinonychus returning. We've got the Elementals variants returning from Valguero. We've got the new Megaraptor, which is going to be perfect for Halloween, and we have the Elder Claw, which is basically people are worried about the Elder Claw because it's going to be able to create it's basically being able to create you know, like make the tree, you can control the earth. So what game breaking issues is that gonna you know, that's interesting. And someone said to me, Dom, did you see that giant Ceropod in the background in earlier video? And I think that's just a Bronto, isn't it? It's not a Brachiosaurus, is it? I don't think it is. I mean, I always look at the Brachiosaurus as it's got that kind of like lump of its nose on it. I think it's its nose, isn't it, on top of its head? But I think that's just a Bronto. So yeah, I don't think that is anything special. I could be wrong, but I just think in the background we got Tape Jara and Bronto there. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, guys. I hope you're all looking forward to the launch of Valguero. As always, as I said, we'll be hosting a bunch of Valguero servers, PvP and PvE, over in the LoadedCrysis cluster. So obviously, link to our Discord is always in the description and the comment section down below the pinned comment. So if you want to go and check that out. But there's a lot going on, isn't there, guys? So in a bit of a list, you've got Valguero to look forward to, as mentioned, next on September 30th. Before Extra Life, because it's kind of started already, but the main game day is on November 8th, so I will be live streaming on that day. But you also have this starting on the 31st of October. Fear Ascended is most likely going to be happening sort of mid to late October as well. This building contest that we talked about earlier closes in 4 days' time. So if you're looking to get something, getting it ready, you got 4 days now to get this build template contest done. And I think that is pretty much everything that we need to talk about. So also in the comment section, let me know what creatures you are going to try and win the vote. By the way, when you pick one creature, you don't have to stick to that the whole time. Like you like, what's it called? I can't believe earlier on I spelt Giga wrong. I actually spelt Gigantosaurus wrong, and so that's that wouldn't have gone down well, because they literally in the video they were like, I was reading saying make sure not to spell it wrong, and I literally spelt it wrong. Yeah, so that is everything. But then yeah, so you can, you can put $1 for the Giga, you can put $1 for the Megalodon, and it will all count towards the creatures. You're not stuck to having to do one. But yeah, lots to look forward to. And then after all of this, we've got Lost Colony in December with Winter Wonderland. So it's always the most exciting time of the year for ARK. Always so much fun, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys for the launch of Valguero Ascended as we go crazy. You guys know we go crazy on the videos. I keep you guys completely up to date on launch times, launch dates, all of that stuff, and our Discord goes crazy on launch days. So really look forward to that. A final thing I also wanted to mention to any of the LoadedCrysis cluster players out there is next month our cluster officially turns 1 year old. I can't believe how fast that's gone. Seriously, like from first, there's so many OG players that don't play in the LoadedCrysis cluster anymore, and I always remember like so many of you guys, whether you don't play, whether you do play, still to this day, like we've built such an amazing friendly community there. And it's not always been an easy thing, but overall, it's just been fantastic. You guys have supported us, to keep the uptake of the cluster, because we want this to be a place that loads of you guys can call home for years and years and years to come. Not a place that you have to worry that you go to a cluster and it could shut down at any point. We like to stay transparent with the community. And we like to just, to be a place that you can come back. Now, of course, there are decay timers on, but we're a no wipe. We always like to keep it very community focused. And I love it. I literally love it. It's been the best decision that I've ever made, because not only that, I've made so many new friends through it, and it's just been brilliant. And big shout out to my admins. There's so many of you in the community that love being there. And of course, we have got a special 1 year celebration coming up on the servers where special loot will be dropped, but an announcement we posted in the Discord closer to the time. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.